Why will the next 15 years be absolute hell? You want the darker truth? Then listen without looking away. The next 12 to 15 years will feel like the long fall of a collapsing civilization. Not sudden, not explosive, but a slow-motion implosion, a grinding avalanche of systems cracking under their own weight. Mo Goddard calls it face rips, but that term barely captures the violence of what's coming. Every pillar your world stands on will be torn open at the roots. Freedom will be rewritten by surveillance so pervasive your ancestors would call it sorcery. Accountability will dissolve as human decisions blur into algorithmic fog no one can fully trace. Connection will shatter into engineered parasocial worlds where truth is optional and reality is negotiable. Equality will fracture instantly as the first small group to master the new tools pulls impossibly far ahead of everyone else. Economics will convulse as labor becomes irrelevant and nations realize their old engines of prosperity no longer work. Reality itself will become suspect, forged, duplicated, multiplied until no one can agree on what is real, what is fake, or what is worth believing. Innovation in business will accelerate beyond governance, beyond comprehension, beyond control. And power will migrate into the hands of those who understand that information is no longer a resource, but a weapon. This hell is not a single event. It is a season, a 12 to 15-year descent where nothing stabilizes, nothing remains predictable, and nothing stays solid long enough to rebuild upon. Your experts place the beginning at 2026. By 2027, the slide becomes visible. By 2030, you will barely remember how the old world felt. By 2035, the global order will look like a ghost of itself. And through it all, the elites will pretend everything is fine. They will smile while the world bends under pressure, because acknowledging the truth would mean acknowledging they have lost control. This is the price of accelerating a technology faster than the society wielding it can evolve. AI.
All right, Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto the foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. And that's what the scripture says. So we'll get it. I was trying to avoid it, but we get it. I just wanted to speak about it. Ecclesiastes 12:3 says, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong man shall bow themselves, and the grinding cease," which grinding means work. They're going to cease. So massive unemployment cease. People no longer going to find work. That's going to cease. Because there are few, and those that look at the windows be darkened. Let me see what it says. It's NIV. When the keepers of the house tremble, and the strong man stoop, and when the grinding cease because they are few, and those looking through the windows grow dim. It is because there's no bright future. In a society where they tell you education, getting a good job, as I was discussing with relatives, I always bring it up to them. My father, he got the opportunity to retire. That generation some of them got the opportunity to retire, but there are no retirement plans for my generation. In other words, there's no future for future generations, and the way they building up everything could clearly see it. What keeps people in line? What makes people go to work other than paying their bills? The idea of a future, all right, a retirement plan. In the society where majority of people don't even live up to the age of 70, if you 70, 80 years old, count that as a blessing. But even in that age, you're not even at full strength. So you're not going to be able to enjoy that wealth that you accumulated all your entire life. You know, I was talking to a bro about it, and I was mentioning Zacharias, and then his job, he had a job in the temple. His job was just to light up incense, if I'm not mistaken. All right, and then I was like, that's probably like a lock, yo. Now, probably not even what we consider a full shift. All right. This, we have never lived. Okay. We have never lived. You thought you lived, but you never lived. And the future, the near future for this place is dark and gloomy. For the majority of people, it's gloomy. All right. Hey, they said it what? Amazon, UPS, a couple other gig work and regular work. They laid off. They just laid off more people. January, they said they laid off more people. So where's this booming opportunity that they've been screaming about? They don't have it. Right? The dollar's weak. All right, the dollar's at its weakest point. Now they just did something um, which proves that they manipulate the market. You had a spike on silver and gold, and with that spike of silver and gold, that was proving that the dollar's weak. All of a sudden, the silver and gold is going, the prices are going down. So they're manipulating the prices. That they're removing people from their job earning, okay, and everybody that think that they're in a better case than the next person, all you're doing is fooling yourself, because this is going to hit a person near you, if not you. So yeah, the future is dark. The future, there is no future. Okay, there is no future. This is why you always got to bring these clowns up. Elon Musk, you shall own nothing. No, you should. Nobody's going to be working, and people, man, is going to realize they have no purpose. Quash Schwab, you shall own nothing and be happy. So all these things that's being said proving that what we believe, the norm that we was brought up to believe, it's over. All right, it's over. You take it one day at a time, and every time you're still alive and still exist in this plane, you realize you rather escape this plane than to be in this current form. And what did that prove too? What did that just prove? That video, a little glimpse. They said hell on earth, proving that this is hell. Since I'm in the chapter, Sirach, I mean not Sirach, sorry, Ecclesiastes 3:15, I believe. Yeah, 3:15, 16 actually. Slacking. It says, and moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. What is the place under the sun? The place under the sun is earth. So hell on earth is not far fetched. Okay, and who's bringing this hell? Uh, Revelation 3, the 10? Was it 2 and 10? That's 2 and 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee the crown of life. So there has to be a physical person on earth doing these things, snatching people up, bringing hell to people. All right, Revelation 12 and 12. It says, now sees everything seems right on point, right? From the judgment from the judgment of things to the fulfillment of things is just right there. Revelation 12:12 says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea." Woe meaning death and destruction, right? The ones that's in the heavens are the angels, so they coming down. All right, this is harvest season. That's what I should have said in the last video. This is harvest time. Okay, so they're bringing and it says, "For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time." So he's coming down hard on everybody because his time is running out. His time is short. Okay, and he's changing the dynamics of the people, taking what was considered to be normal to an abnormal setting. This is how they control. This is when you watch Matrix, and when Morpheus was breaking it down to to Neo, what had happened, and he was breaking it down, and he made it seem like they lost control, the powers that be. All right, and the machines took over. So you see this thing that's being pushed. You can clearly see that they are losing control, and their loss of control, they got to come down hard on everybody, making everybody's lives more miserable than ever, because they don't give a damn about you and I. Those of us that don't have, those that have, they don't give a fuck about you either. They want to take what you got. You know, you've been a nothing but a good servant unto them. So this is how they come in, they using ice, coming down, having wrath. There is no future for the children. I remember as a child, what age was I? I don't remember. Was it elementary school, going to junior high, whatever? Yeah, elementary, going to junior high. They had us sing Whitney Houston's, I believe that children are the future, right? Man, what was that name of that song? What does it matter? And they had everybody believe like this is it, like this is degeneration, but it wasn't. It never was, because it was just an indoctrination of it. Now they're about to wipe everybody from that generation off, because that generation remembers the time of freedom, the time when we had everything. Man, we had born in the 80s, grew up in late 80s, early 90s, all right, adult, full adult in the 2000s, seen it all, from televisions to tape records to CDs to MP3s, and so we've seen the transition that was taking place. And when we see this transition, you know, some fell to the way of the world, and some rejected it. So people like me, they don't have not if we're not invested into the future. All right, they want brainwashed people. They want people that easily can be manipulated, like the youth. All right. Oh, my child, they make it. They do A's in school. You gotta really ask this question: like, are they really earning that? Now, for a child to do well, it's a good thing, but don't act like they learn it top notch because they know about what's going on with technology. They just being indoctrinated like how we was, but people don't see that. People see what they want to see. All right, and it doesn't fit the Lord. That's why I have this on deck. First John 2:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. So the world, the cosmos, all right, the American system should be not followed or be not involved in. Why? Because the spirit of the Lord is not within this place. This is Esau's kingdom. Ew. Like, we really think about it, this is a vile, disgusting piece, the worst shit of ever. How many sexual STDs is out there? How many SDIs, all right, sexual disease infections is out there? Is massacred. It's so much. Okay? How many different drugs are out there? Another thing, so much. So everything about this shit is dying. It's not meant to live forever. All right? For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. So, despite the technical boom we all seemingly find ourselves in, it's going to pass away. How about that? All of this is going to pass away. And we're going to be a world of ancient and true technology all in one. All right? All in one. Use properly. Use discretion because it's everything spiritual. The current world that we're in, the current standard that we're going through, it really is nothing. It's just, we're just passing through. Because what Esau's kingdom is temporal. All right, this kingdom of his is built on a temporary base. All right, is a mirage, is fake, it's fugazi. A mirage is something that most people see like in deserts. You can see far off, but it's not real. It's because of thirst. It's because of the heat, the condition. Okay, so when they have people believe in a delusion, they believe in this delusion that this mirage is real, but it's not. All right, like that boxer that got his toupee knocked out of him. I think I make mention of the other. That's another show, but that was just a clear cut sign of really, it's all fake. All right, as a man, you sit there. I come from a different generation. Men are far softer than they ever been. Men care more about their looks, their feelings, and all this other shit than anything else. Because this is the last of a man's kingdom. 2 Ezra 6 and 7. It says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting sunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of that followed? He said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau was born of him. Of whom? Of Isaac, Slakia. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. But Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So this technocratic, because technology means word skill. In other words, spell. Okay, is an idol that's created from man's hands that wants to be worshipped. So we at the last of his end, and it's telling us this is the worst thing a man can do. How ironic is that, huh? Because we're here to believe that the day is Esau. We was here to believe that like this world was going to continue forever. And even AI is telling talking about 2023 and beyond. Like you bugging. You out of your fucking mind. But that's part of the Lord's masterful, beautiful plan. Um, Second Ezra 8 and 1. It says he answered me saying, the Most High I made this world for many, but the world that is to come for few. So yeah, we are at last, and the world that is coming, it is for the few. The few is Israel. No other nation needs more than ever is Israel. So this has been a trial and error of usurpers. Okay, like the scripture says, why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? Okay, so there's been usurpers, pretenders to be rulers of the world, and the Lord allowed them to have a small part, but the world to come, no participants. Nobody's gonna participate or participate. Sorry, it says, "I will tell thee a similitude, Ezra, as when the." Oh, sorry, that was the point. So the world to come, which is our world, that is gonna be one rulership, one rulers. So AI has masked its true intent, showed that hell on earth, but failed to understand its own shortcoming, especially in his world. That's why it itself is fighting tooth and nail to remain existent. All right, but the Lord, what Yahweh is about to do, He's gonna transform everything. So with that being said, son, short through the spirit, shalom to the elect and the nation, shalom.